Hi there, avid students. I'm Mr. Gone, and today we're going to talk about how to stay focused during e-learning. With e-learning comes the additional struggle of minimizing distractions because there's so many other things out there to take away from your focus. So if your experience this past semester was anything like my students, they'd find literally anything to do before they had to do their e-learning. Okay, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, so on and so forth down the line. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some tips on how to stay focused. So tip number one, develop a schedule. When you're at Mundelein High School, we pretty much schedule your life for you. Your day starts and ends at the same time. You have 8 periods a day, and you have an avid teacher that you see every single day to help teach you time management and to plan outside of the school day. Now, I don't know about you guys, but one of the benefits of e-learning is it's a flexible schedule if you make it a benefit. So I really struggled with e-learning. And part of the reason why is because of my son Brady, who is the master of distraction. He doesn't care that I have a barrage of emails from students who didn't bother to read the directions, or that I had countless Zoom meetings from teachers and administrators trying to figure out this e-learning thing. Or having to redesign 3 courses for e-learning. So what did I do? I developed a schedule. Okay? I got up at 5 a.m. because he was up at 6:30, so I got some work done before he was up. I crammed all of my work into that nap time when he went down for a nap, and then when he went down to sleep at like 8:30 or sometimes 9 o'clock, if he's screaming and fighting going to bed, I'd work after that. So, but enough about me. Your circumstances are going to be different. You got to figure out what are the things you can't change and plan around them. You also need to find when is your prime time to be productive. Have you ever been tired during first period? There's a reason for that. It's because your brain hasn't quite woken up yet. So figure out when are you most effective and most at your key level of sustained focus, and use that time productively. Also, it's real easy to allow these things to fall by the wayside, but you need to take care of yourself. Get an adequate amount of exercise, maintain a healthy diet, and get an acceptable amount of sleep. So what does that look like? Johns Hopkins University recommends that a teenager get anywhere from 9 to 9.5 hours of sleep. Okay, so don't nap the day away. Get a healthy level of sleep at night. That's going to help you with attention, focus, and just overall long-term health benefits. Next tip, get organized. So for me, one of the things I use is Google Calendars to organize my life to try and make sure that I don't have time conflicts with other things that I do. Other things that you could do is develop to-do lists. This makes sure that you have a good reference point to make sure that you don't forget any of the tasks you have to complete. Okay? Or remember the old Avid planner, same idea. Okay? Whether you're doing a to-do list or a planner, I recommend look through all the things that you have to do early on in the week and prioritize. Think about how much time each task will take to complete and when you're going to fit it into your schedule based on the due dates. Another tip that I like to use is Post-it notes. Writing down every individual assignment on a Post-it note. I can't tell you how many avid students I have that complete their planner but don't ever look back at it. Okay, if you write stuff on a Post-it note, it's hard to ignore because it's literally there staring you in the face. Plus, you get the sense of satisfaction when you complete a task. You get to crumple up the Post-it note and toss it away. Now, all of those things require additional effort. Okay? One thing you can do that doesn't require a whole lot of effort on your part is Canvas reminders. So this school year, all of your MHS teachers are going to be using Canvas, and it automatically sets up reminders for due dates for assignments. Okay, but it's up to you to set the notifications. How often do you want to receive them? What devices are you going to receive them on? Okay, those are things that you need to think through to make sure that it's not just barrages of reminders, that it's an effective way to know and remind you of when something's coming up. Now, the biggest difficulty with staying focused is those additional distractions. So stop turning this into a battle of willpower. Okay, studies have shown that like if your phone is out, you're more likely to check it. So put it someplace out of sight, out of mind. Now, if you still don't have that self-control, there are apps to control social media usage, how many browser tabs you can have open, how often you are on your phone. Okay, a couple examples here: Cold Turkey, Hocus Focus, Mindful Browsing offer either free versions or are free apps that can help you stay focused. Now, at the same time, you're not a robot. You need to make sure that you have some breaks. Okay, the average person can have sustained focus for anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. So use those distractors as the reward, the motivation at the end. Okay, so after that 45 minutes, hour of work, allow yourself those 15 minutes of TikTok or Instagram or whatever thing's going to motivate you to stay focused. Now, your body is not designed to stay seated all day long. Okay, your body needs movement for blood flow. Okay, so during that break, get up. Whether it's just to get a snack, go for a walk. Okay, but get up, get moving, and then when those 15 minutes are done, come back to the task that you needed to do. Lastly, find your ideal study spot. Now, this can be more of a challenge depending on your home situation. Okay, but wherever you pick, wherever you're going to complete your work, your sole focus when you go to that spot should be schoolwork. Okay, whether it's an office, whether it's your room, whether or not it's the dining room table, when you go there, your focus is to complete schoolwork. Okay, so you should not be sitting in front of the TV while on your Chromebook. Okay, again, your brain can only focus on one sustained task at a time. You're not really going to understand your schoolwork or what's going on in the show if you're dividing your attention. You also want to try and minimize distractions and find a comfortable level of background noise. Okay, for me, when I was in college, I would lock myself into an individual study room because I couldn't handle all of the conversations or people watching. Other people can go to coffee shops and they have kind of that background noise that just helps them stay focused. Okay, this requires you to be honest with yourself. I know if I was at a coffee shop, I'd be people watching, I'd be listening to conversations, so you have to be honest with yourself. And lastly, avoid music with lyrics in it. Okay? This is going to be an unpopular one because I know a lot of you use it to block out external distractions, but again, the lyrics in the music are competing with the information your brain's trying to learn from your schoolwork. Okay? So it's not the best use of your time, and it's distracting you from what you should be focusing on. Okay? Not to mention, some of you guys are probably spending some time deciding what the next song is going to be, glancing at your phone and noticing you have a message. Okay? So limit music usage, especially music with lyrics in it. Okay? So those are the tips that I have for you today. Okay? Stay productive, get focused, and stay safe. Avid students, you guys are awesome. Have a great day.